Welcome back to my channel, you guys. So today we're going to be doing a ponytail bob on natural hair, and I've already shampooed and conditioned my client, so now I'm just going to go ahead and blow her out. So now that she's all blown out, I'm going to go ahead and part off her hair. I'm going to part the section off that I'll be clipping off, which will be the top part of her ponytail. And I'm just going to do a horseshoe-like shape at the top of her head. After I clip that off, I'm going to go ahead and part off the leave out part, and then I'm going to braid that down out of my way. Next, I'm just going to take her hair and braid it all the way to the back in about 5 or 6 cornrows, and I want to connect them all. When I get done braiding, you just take a crochet needle and take the last braid and bring it through one of the braids that I've already braided down, and that will eliminate it from just hanging loose. Next, we're going to put some tea tree oil on my client's hair. When you braid your clients down as a foundation, you're able to grease their scalp. Don't put too much, just enough to where it'll grease and coat the client's scalp. That way it won't itch while they wear their hairstyle for the next 3 weeks. Next, I'm going to take this olive oil heat protecting spray, and I want to spray it to the top of her hair that I'll be applying heat to, which is everything at the top. She is natural, so we want to keep her natural. We don't want to give her any heat damage, so that's why I'm using the olive oil heat protector. It's light, it's not heavy, and it gets the job done. After I'm done flat ironing the top, I want to go ahead and slick her hair up into a ponytail. I'm just going to comb out those little fine hairs. I'm just using edge tamer. The edge tamer that I'm using is by Eben. It's a 24-hour hold, but it actually holds longer than that, and it's really good on natural hair, because y'all know our edges like to roll up in the heat. So get you some Eben edge tamer. I'm sorry I didn't show what it looks like. You probably can check out previous videos. I show it all the time in those other videos. I don't know why I didn't show it this time. But yeah, like I said, I'm just going to go ahead and slick her up into a ponytail, and then I'll be back to tell you what I'll do next. Okay, so I'm going to slick up her edges on the side because they are fine. I'm going to go in with a colored edge tamer, which I'll be showing you in a minute. I thought I was going to pop up while I was saying it, but after I slick this up, okay, here we go. So it's the 24-hour colored edges by Eben again. So it's the same edge company, is just a different top. This one is colored, the other one is clear. I used the clear first to slick down her edges. This one doesn't like hold as tight as the regular edge control, so I use that first, then I go in with the colored edges, and I just use a little bit. You do not want to use a lot, guys, because it will look crazy. So a little goes a long way. So I just added a little bit, and I combed it and smoothed it in, so now it just filled in her edges. So after that, I just went back to her ponytail, braided it down, and I'm just gonna kind of wind it up into a ball, a knot, and then I'm going to go ahead and apply the stocking cap so we can apply the glue protector. Okay, for the top, so we don't get any glue on her hair because we don't want any glue anywhere on her hair. I just took a rubber band and applied it around her ball again. So when I do apply the edge tamer at the top, it'll just be on the ball. Sorry, y'all. And then I'll just cut all that extra cap off. Okay, so the hair we'll be using will be Saga in the color 1B, and we had a color black. We just kind of mismatched, we didn't know. But it's okay because it's not too far off. So I have a 10-inch and I have a 12-inch. And I want to put the 12-inch at the top for the ponytail because, like, when you have longer hair, you want it to kind of blend all the way into the shorter hair in the back. So that's why you use a 10-inch for the back, because it's shorter, and then you'll use the 12 so it'll reach down to the 10-inch and it'll all come out evenly when you're cutting. Or you can do 2 10s. Just know, like, the higher you put the hair up, the shorter it'll be, so that 10 will kind of easily turn into maybe an 8, maybe 9-inch. So it's just, I like to use 12 because I like it to be uniform. So after I've got it all glued in the back, I'm just going to take her hair down and I'm going to flat iron it and blend it in with the rest of the hair. The flat iron I'm using, you guys, is by Tool Science. I purchased it at Sally's Beauty Supply, I think for like maybe $40. It may have been a little bit more than that. I know I didn't pay over $50 for it. And it gets really, really hot. I love a good hot flat iron. It goes all the way up to 450 and it's digital. So if you're wondering, I did put the 1B at the bottom because that's the one that matches closely to her hair, and I put the number 1 at the top because none of her hair will be out, so it wouldn't make a big difference, which it won't make a big difference anyway because it's not too far off, but you can tell a little bit. So it was smarter to just put the 1 at the top to cover up the 1B so it really won't be as noticeable, and she can still have that jet black illusion. Okay, now we're going to go in with a blunt cut. I'm starting at the bottom. I'm going to make sure that your client is looking down the whole time so that you can cut, unless you're looking and checking to check the balance of it in the front to make sure it's even on all sides. But for the duration of this cut, your client's head will be straight down so that you're able to see what you're cutting and so that it'll fall where you need it to fall. So when I first started cutting, notice that I started directly in the middle of her head, and I'm going to just pull everything back straight and cut across. And when you go across, not across, I'm sorry, once you start working the sides, you want to over direct back still to your guide and cut straight across. When you over direct back, it creates the hair, it makes the hair longer in the front, which creates your bob look. So now that I'm done with that cut, I'm going to go ahead in the top of her hair and glue her ponytail in. Once I glue her ponytail in, I'm going to start at the very tip top of her ball because it will, y'all know back in the day when we used to get the ponytails, the little wraparound ponytails, we started at the base of our ball, and then like you can see that ball throughout the day because the hair done moved around and made way for your ball to just shine through like a diamond. So with this, I don't use the bobby pins. I use glue, which is why I put the little piece of cap and glue protect up there, because I will be gluing it in and wrapping it around. And I start at the very tip of the ball because that eliminates it from showing. And I can kind of do whatever I want to do with it when I get to styling it. So, like I said, I'm just going to glue this in. I'm going to keep wrapping it around. We are not using bobby pins anymore because bobby pins hurt. And it just, bobby pins help it be more bulky, and ain't nobody got time for no fat ponytail. Those are outdated now. We getting the smaller, more comfortable, durable ponytail. So take your glue, and you don't have to glue all the way down. Just kind of wrap, glue some, wrap, glue some, or glue like every every like inch or so, if you want to be on the safe side. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just like kind of every little inch or every 2 inches, I'm gluing it and wrapping it. Okay, so now I'm just going to take out a piece of hair and wrap it around to create her bands. And I'm just going to use some got to be freeze spray to kind of freeze that in place so that that band does not move. Okay, so now that we got the band in place, now we're just going to comb it all down. And I'm just going to cut the hair even with the bottom, the 12 even with the bottom, which is just probably like a fingernail's length worth of hair that I need to cut off. It's not much, but I do need to shape it. So now that the tedious part is over with, this is the fun part. We get to style. So I'm just going to go through and carefully flat iron her hair. When you're flat ironing, you guys, do not create a big granny bump. You want to go with the curvature of your client's head already. So I'll say like big C's is what I tell clients when I'm doing 101. You want to like kind of go with the flow of your client's natural curve of their head, and just think about big C's when you're flat ironing. So this is the final product. She's all slicked up from natural to sleek. A nice cute ponytail bob. Is simple. It's fun. It's sassy. Look at it. It's full of body. See why I said don't put no products on it and you get all the body you need. But I appreciate you guys for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure to subscribe. Hit your notification bells. And hey to all my day ones. And hello to the newbies. So if you're new, make sure you subscribe. Hit the notification bell. And let me know that you're here in the comments. And I'll see you guys later.